What is up, and welcome to another edition of Loose Beats, where our motto is chill out and make a beat. I'm Toby, aka Cushing, from the T&D YouTube channel. Make sure you check out everything we do. And today we got a new beat for you. Used to be called Setback, but might be called Fly now, and you'll see why in a second. And let's go ahead and jump into our melody. We got this Steinway grand piano. You can see our MIDI down at the bottom. And let's go ahead and hear how it sounds. It's definitely nice. It reminds me of some cascading waterfall or something real nice, some TLC. But you should be chasing waterfalls. And well, we added really to the stock Steinway, we added this delay, this tape delay, and I turned my feedback up to 94, which, you know, at 100 is when it just doesn't stop. Over 100, it just overlaps and never decays. So I wanted it right under that, so it almost sounds like it doesn't stop, but it doesn't end up building up at the end, you know. And then I had my dry and wet pretty close on this one, just because I still wanted that original hit on the piano, you know, kind of keep it a little classy and original. You can still hear the initial hit. And we got a couple little synths under that piano, kind of mocking them, but with our different synth tones. And first we got this underwater synth, which is a collection of a few different whirlies on top of each other. And you can hear how this one sounds. I used them in the bass tones, though, to kind of accent the 808. Definitely sounds underwater. Yeah, that's what you hear when, you know, you meet someone from Atlantis for the first time rising up out of the water. Just hear that slow. And then a last synth we added here, this loopy synth. It's just a fun little goofy kind of sound. Reminds me of some, yeah. Reminds me of some, what do you even call that type of pop? Like something like Montreal. It's kind of like, it just has a weird, kind of sassy tone to it, you know? It's a little off, kind of sounds like toy-like too. But all with them together, you can really see why I was going for that. And then with our deep one. And I just have the piano hitting our initial notes and letting the tape delay kind of take care of the rest of the hits as to where the synth is hitting everything in between. And it's just a good little accent. Seems to work well. And with our melody here under this, we have our 808 we bring in. And we've got a real thick, heavy, fat 808 on this one. Put it through EXS, which you can just use any sampler to pull them into. No glide on this one because I wanted it to hit really sharp and didn't really want it sliding up and back and forth. But still in mono. Don't need overlapping notes. And let's go ahead and hear what this one sounds like. Real fat. If you've watched Loose Beats before, you know I love those. Sounds like your speakers busted type 808. Yeah, it sounds like something rattling in a trunk, you know. And that just brings out a lot of the tone of everything. And then so once we introduce all of those, which I have them start at the first, I may taper them in over time, but we bring in our beat here, which we can look at. So we've got a few things running. This 909 ping is our pretty acoustic sounding hi-hat. And then under that's our snare, but it's a bot stick snare, so it's a glitch sound, you know. Sounds like you're trying to start an old car and it won't start or something, or maybe a warp sound, wormhole kind of sound. And then we've got our real snare here. It's a classic. It's a 606, but classic 808 type snare. And then we've got this little glitch static noise, which by itself doesn't seem like much. And even with the beat without music, it doesn't really give it justice. But if you'll notice, most of the time I use this static to overlap our snare hits and kind of give this smash sound to them. So let's break out a couple of these patterns. So this is kind of where it ends up, real choppy. It starts a little different. Still a very glitchy, choppy song though. I just wanted to break it up because the melody is pretty standard and slow and beautiful, and needed something kind of chopping up over top of it. Got a basic layout here, a couple of micro edits in it, and but if you hear those smashes, you'll see what I'm talking about. When they double up, especially under the music, like it just gives it this smash sound that's really cool. Smash Brothers. And we got all these things lined up. That's our basic beat. I did just add this little sample from Arcade, just some of their melodic samples. They've got a lot of good ones. I don't always like fucking with them for a couple reasons, but I always find something worth keeping it. It's they come around. And it seems useful when you're kind of stuck on something. But there's a few little problems, like when you break it down, if you look in the hits there, like some of them will be right on where they need to be, and some of them will lag, depending on the sample and when it starts at, so you kind of have to go through after this and actually adjust each individual sample that you're playing and, kind of track it back to where the hit is. But we can hear this. I want to put something on it because it's bare right now. I just took the regular sample and then I bounced it down and moved it up an octave. So it's that real high kind of mouse voice, some Alvin the Chipmunk style. And what I want to do, what do I need? Maybe something like a ring shifter, a phaser. I just want to give it a little bit of flair to it. Let's see. Let's go on to 2. Take this out, bust that up, add a little reverb too. So it's a weird little thing. Let's go ahead and check it out. You get it. And it's nice, and it's all lined together. It's just like it doesn't hit right, and you have to go adjust a lot of things. But yeah, definitely still worth it to me. And that reverb brings in something nice. And I'm actually gonna move that reverb and see what's that sound like. I mean, it's starting to sound a little better. Let's check out what this other one was. They're kind of on the same shit. And this ring shifter, maybe I want it moving a little different. Maybe keep it close to dry, but it's really easy to get carried away with this ring shifter if you kind of look what it does. You can do it, just gets it gets away from you. That's getting there, but The ring shift is doing okay. Might actually double up and actually put a phaser on this. Probably excessive. But you know, that's what we do. We like to do too much sometimes and see what happens. So we actually pull this down a lot. See what we're working with. Yeah, see that heavy with the full 12 stages, and then you got the ring shifter doing some minute things. I don't really want it piercing through as much as kind of when I want it heavy phase like that, but may have to go back and add a few things just to make sure we're not doing too much right there. But let's go ahead and kind of hear how that sounds coming into it and see where we're at. So yeah, again, might taper these in, but for now we just hit with everything. Yeah, see, there's a few little things too, like you'll put a key in, and I just won't hit the notes you want to, but that's just gonna take some minor editing. You know, I'm gonna have to go in and do a little work there. Oh, that was a big one. That happens. Take your breath away. But so this is our lineup. I'm even gonna crank this phaser even higher. I know it's dangerous. Put it over 50 and really just have it moving, you know. Keep the ceiling up high though. And so yeah, that's our basic little thing. Step back, or you know, all you gotta do is fly. I don't know what this is gonna be. Let's put that on there today. And I don't know if this is gonna come into, but I really like its vibe. It's really straightforward, basic, but it's got a few elements that make it stick out, like especially that loopy synth, you know, that weird sound. So I think this will turn into something nice. And you know, I'll show you guys what it becomes, you know, on its next stage. I need to start doing that. I need to start revisiting some of these and seeing where they go. But yeah, that's it for today on Loose Beats, and just make sure to come to our channel, do all the shit, subscribe, like our shit, come follow us if you want some beats. You can hit me up Instagram. Just let us know, give us some feedback, tell me any beats you want to hear, any styles. I'll do anything, you know. Always gonna try some new shit. So love y'all be good, and just remember, all you gotta do is fly.